Hi, I'm Sonia and I help people take their power back. And I am on here live this morning. I don't know if anybody will jump on, so we'll kind of see how it goes. But I got a comment last night that I wanted to address. And I have my videos filmed through August, so this video wouldn't go up until September if I made this into a video. So I thought I'd just go live this morning and address this because if I don't address this, this is going to live in my brain until I address it. So I got this comment last night. Let's see. How do we interact with our SP in the 3D for those who are manifesting back but working on the correct version? It's very difficult to find balance. Some say go no contact. Others say speak to them as if you are in that relationship regardless of how they act. I don't know where to start with this comment. I guess we'll just start at the beginning. The first thing I noticed in this comment is using vocabulary words that I don't think you understand, or trying to use to make you sound like you understand. How do we interact with our SP in the 3D? I don't know. How do you interact with human beings? That's how you interact with them, as if they were a human being. For those of us who are manifesting them back but working on the correct version. You're not working on the correct version. You're selecting that that's who they are right now. That's who they are right now. In your imagination, they are the person you want them to be. What are you fucking working on? What are you waiting for? What the fuck is this? No. It's very difficult to find balance. Some say go in no contact. Others say speak to them as if you are in the relationship regardless of how they act. If you speak to somebody who doesn't want to be with you as if you are in a relationship with them, there's a very, very likely chance you're going to end up with a restraining order and going to jail. I'm just going to be fucking honest. If you start stalking somebody, you don't think that they are going to, do what they need to remove you from their life. And I have had plenty of people in my comments go, yeah, no, that's accurate. I started doing that and then I was on my way to a restraining order. And if you go no contact, this is a whole lot of what do I do in order to get my person to want to be with me? This is not manifesting. If you want to know how to act with your person, go find a fucking dating coach. I can't help you with this. This isn't manifesting. If you are manifesting your person, you think as if they are the person that they are right now, and you function in the world like a fucking human being. And maybe this is just because I'm at the point where I am just 1000% authentically myself 24 fucking 7 and don't give a shit about fucking anything other than, showing up authentically. I can't relate to that kind of shit anymore. But I want to refer to Neville and what Neville had to say about how you act in the 3D when you are manifesting. The question is often asked, what should be done between the assumption of the wish fulfilled and its realization? Nothing. It is a delusion that other than assuming the feeling of the wish fulfilled, you can do anything to aid to the realization of your desire. You think that you can do something, you want to do something, but in actuality, you can do nothing. The illusion of free will to do is but ignorance of the law of assumption upon which all action is based. Everything happens automatically. All that befalls you, all that is done by you, happens. Your assumptions, conscious or unconscious, direct all thoughts and action to their fulfillment. To understand the law of assumption, to be convinced of its truth, means getting rid of all illusions about the free will to act. Free will actually means freedom to select any idea you desire. By assuming the idea already to be a fact, it is converted into reality. Beyond that, free will ends and everything happens in harmony with the concept assumed. You assume that your person wants to be with you, and you act like a fucking human being when you interact with them in the 3D. I do not tell people how to act. I do not tell people what to do. If you have coaches telling you that you have to go no contact and that's how you manifest your person, they clearly don't understand manifesting. Clearly. To this person who left me this comment, please check in on your fucking mindset. It's your mindset. And if you don't believe that it's your mindset, then you need to start proving to yourself that manifestation is real, that it works, and that you're good at it, and not with SP. Because obviously this is a topic that is not the one for you to start proving to yourself that this is how shit works with. So yeah, yeah. Anyway, so while I'm on here, I want to give you guys a book update. I have finished the book pretty much. I need to just go through like a final edit, and then I gotta do like copyright and covers and that kind of shit, and then it'll be done soon, and I will tell you guys when it's ready and up to be like whatever. Yeah, anyway. Oh, so good morning. How are you guys doing this morning? I wanted to share my success. I got my SP long distance with 3P now, so loving and caring toward me, and he wants to be with me. Yay! Congratulations! Look at that. You did it, I'm guessing, by assuming and thinking that you were together. Love and peace from Tanisha. Merci, I don't know how to pronounce that word for all you share. You're welcome. Is it necessary to have a strong feeling that it's real when manifesting an SP? No. I don't teach to catch a feeling. What Neville was talking about, if you actually read Neville, was thinking that things are the way you want them to be. He taught visualization. He taught to feel it real in your imagination as you're falling asleep at night. So you're playing a visual in your mind, and as you drift off to sleep, it starts to become real because you are basically dreaming. It's kind of like having a lucid dream that it is real and it feels real to you. You tell yourself that things are the way you want them to be. The way you bitch, whine, moan, and complain about your SP right now, you're going to tell yourself that they are the version that they are, that you want them to be, and they act how you want them to act. I've never felt my fucking affirmations real, or like, I don't give a fuck how I feel. I don't give a fuck about the feeling. I'm going to tell myself what I want to be true regardless of everything else. That is what has worked for me. Take Neville's ladder technique. Climb up and down a ladder as you're falling asleep at night. Imagine yourself climbing up and down a ladder. You start to feel yourself touching the ladder and moving up and down the ladder as if it is real. That is the feeling Neville was talking about. If you can't get a feeling, then you just tell yourself that things are the way you want them to be instead of bitching, whining, moaning, and complaining. You have to understand you're manifesting perfectly right now. Your situation with your SP is a perfect manifestation. Perfect. The law is always working. It's always working perfectly. And the problem is always you. I did money affirmations and got unexpected money from 4 sources day after only. Nice. Yay. Look at that. See, once it starts to click, it starts to fucking click. That's awesome. And like I always tell people, once you start getting those manifestations where you go, oh yeah, that's absolutely a manifestation. I did that. When you have other things that you come up against, go back to those. How did I do that? What was I doing? How was I thinking of it? How often was I thinking about it? You'll start to see consistencies in it, and then you go, oh, well then if I just repeat what I did before, it'll work for me. You guys, we're all unique individuals. I can only speak from my experience. You take what resonates and leave what doesn't. I don't have all of the fucking answers for you, but you do. And until you're ready to trust you, I can't help you. I cannot help you. So yeah, let me know if there's anything else you guys want to talk about this morning. I got that comment. I was like, I just need to deal with this comment because I don't know, something about it just yeah. I'm not usually awake at this time in the morning, so yeah. But I'll come hang out with you guys for a little bit if you want to, if you got anything you want to talk about. And if not, then I'll jump off of here. But yeah, the book is, I'm going through a final read of it right now. I'm starting to figure out how to do covers and copyright and formatting and all that good stuff. And as soon as it is available, I will let you guys know. But I think that's it. I guess just as an update, if you don't watch like all of every single one of my videos, I currently, uh, if you ask me for video topics, if you're like, could you make this video? I have videos scheduled through August, so the soonest those videos would come out would be September. Struggling to manifest big money. Actually, any suggestions? By the way, all my life, money was my major concern. You just said you manifested money, so you know how to manifest money. You're not struggling to do it. You know how to do it. As long as you're struggling, then you're never going to have money. And as long as money is a concern in your life and you allow it to be a concern in your life, it's always going to be a concern. You're manifesting your experience with money perfectly. Until you're ready to take a real good look at what you accept is true about money, the problem's right in front of your face and you don't want to deal with it. I'm speaking from experience. As long as you keep telling yourself and thinking the same shit about money, that is always going to be your experience. As long as you tell yourself, I can't get big money, you're never going to get it. And it's a perfect manifestation. It's a perfect manifestation. Manifestation isn't just the good things that happen, it's fucking everything. All right, anybody else have anything they want to talk about this morning? Because if not, I am going to jump off of here because I don't have anything else to talk about, but I will be back on here soon to keep you updated about the book. Change the story, and at first it's always going to be challenging. The point is who you will stick with will get results. I felt with my SP manifestation too, now it's easy. Exactly. When you start telling yourself a different story, especially on something that has been a problem for a long time and has been a belief system for a long time, it's fucking uncomfortable. But you get to the point, or at least I've just gotten to the point where I'm like, okay, it's either go through the uncomfortable or this is going to always be my experience. And I can't bitch, whine, moan, and complain about the experience I'm having because I'm the one choosing to have it. All manifestation is exactly the same. What you tell yourself is true is true. Hi. How are you doing this morning, Gypsy Diva? If you can manifest your SP, you can manifest money. It's like in Dodgeball, the movie Dodgeball. If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball. It's the same thing. Hi. It's all about what you are going to choose to accept as true and accept as possible for you. And the more you're going to not want to look at the shit right in front of your face, and you just want to accept it as true, and you just want to focus on how nothing will ever change, it's a perfect manifestation. So happy to see you live, girlfriend. I'm happy to be here. Where are you, please? None of your fucking business where I am. Hi, Yara. Well, if you guys don't have anything else to talk about, I'm gonna be jumping off of here because I got nothing to talk about. It's early in the morning, and yeah. But kind of what I was talking about in the beginning of the video, I don't know how to answer or what to tell people when they're like, how do you act around your SP? You act like a human. I don't. If you are trying to figure out, like Neville was saying, what you are supposed to be doing to get your manifestation to happen, you're not doing it right. When it comes to how I act with people, I am my authentic self 24/7. I don't give a fuck who I'm around. This is me, take it or leave it. I really don't give a shit. And at this point in my life, I can't imagine being or showing up as anyone else. But I can tell from comments like that where it's like, well, do you go no contact or do you stalk your person? You're obviously trying to figure out how to control and manipulate the situation to get them to want to be with you. And that's not what we're doing. Sonia, lately I heard about the 3D versus 4D and that there's no separation. Interesting. I'm kind of seeing that more and more of just in any moment you can choose to view things how you want to view them. So take that example of interacting with your SP. Let's say you work with your SP and you're with them all day fucking long and they're doing, they're being huffy and puffy. You get to put the story to what the fuck's happening. You can be like, oh my god, they're so huffy and puffy and they're not changing and they're just so rude and we're never going to be together. Or you're just like, they're having a bad day, they're going to tell me about it because I'm the person they tell everything to. It's all a choice that you're making, how you're going to view the world. And depending on how you view the world is going to determine how you're going to show up and act in the world. Yes, I'm learning more about it. If manifestation is instant, there's no time lag. Exactly. And something, oh man, I can't remember. Carrie sent me a video. I can't remember who the creator was on here, but they were talking about that the subconscious isn't real. And I had kind of been having those thoughts to begin with. I was like, and then I saw that video, and then I ended up meeting somebody else who's like, yeah, I don't believe in the subconscious, and they have a background in psychology. If manifestation is instant and what I'm telling myself is true right now, then you're truly selecting. There's nothing stopping you from having what you want right now. So all the 3D will catch up. It's not resonating with me all the time. Yes, I heard about that too. Yeah. No subconscious programming that we need to work on. Yeah. And I'm starting to see that. It's like, oh, if you're coming from more of a states of consciousness perspective, right? Where it's you are in the state and this is your belief system based on how you're choosing to view things. And when you shift your perspective, you can have that instant shift. I have had that instant shift and I have experienced, like, felt the shift. It happened like once, but I have felt it before. I don't I agree. Yeah, it's some of the coaches are old school. Yeah. Yeah, and that's good for them. I'm speaking from my experience. I'm speaking from what I've noticed and what I've experienced, and I can see where, you know, if you're looking at it from a science perspective, it is about building a new neural pathway, but at the same time, it's just about making a choice in the present moment. And the more you're present and you're making the choice of this is how shit is, and you see that you're proven right, and the more you see it work really fucking fast, and that you're not creating, you're choosing. I want the faster, smarter, not hard way to do things now. Yeah, yeah. And I think for me personally, I'm at this point now and I can view it from this perspective because I have enough belief and faith in that this is how shit works and in myself. I have so many successes with it that it's like, yeah, no, this is how shit works. And that's going both ways. Both me getting what I want and me not getting what I want. It's always what I focus on. And what I focus on is a choice. It just is. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. What I want is true right now. It doesn't if I cannot base what I'm going to choose to accept as true off of what's happening around me. Because that's what I've done my whole life and these are the results that I've gotten by doing that kind of shit. Hey Sonia, how to manifest for multiple things with different topics. You tell yourself that what you want is true right now. When you think about each topic, it's the way you want it to be right now. There's no more bitching, whining, moaning, and complaining about how you don't have what you want. If you need to have like a blanket or a general affirmation that implies that you have all of your shit, then do that. Write a list and say, I have all of this shit, and then put an affirmation to it, meaning that all of that shit is true. So then when something comes up about whatever and you're like, oh, but it's not manifest. No, I have it. It's on my list. It's done. You're manifesting your entire experience right now based off of what you choose to accept as true in the moment. Be Something Wonderful and the Rosy Life are amazing channels, and I love to listen to. I'm learning a lot from them. Something Wonderful and the Rosy Life. I've never heard of either of them. Oh, you're welcome. I'm gonna have to check them out. The more I go on this journey, I also see more the I guess kind of what the law of attraction-y people are talking about, vibration kind of shit. Like, you can only see what you're ready to see. And I see that so much on my manifestation journey and learning about manifesting, and the people who showed up speaking on the topic always were a reflection of where I was in my state of consciousness, in my awareness, and however you want to look at it. I'm learning from a higher perspective. Exactly. Exactly. If I heard law of attraction, you lost me, laugh out loud. Yeah. I hear you. I, it's not that like I agree with it, but yesterday was my 5-year anniversary of starting to work with my law of attraction coach. And when I started working with them, it was, oh, it's a year commitment, and then like somewhere into the year it's like, oh, now it's a 5-year commitment, and that should have been my red flag of get the fuck away from this bitch, but I didn't. And I don't know, yesterday was just really liberating of like, yeah, that's all behind me now. But I also can look back and go, yeah, I can see why I started working with that coach. Yeah, I can see why that was what I was ready to hear. I can see where the perspectives I'm getting now and the coaches and the teachers and the knowledge that's coming to me now wasn't going to come to me then. It just fucking wasn't. Oh, those days. Oh, yeah. Laugh out loud, no more high vibration crap. Yeah. No. And that's not even what I was saying. I was just saying people are like, you get what you're in the vibration with, what you're a vibrational match to. And I was like, yeah, I was a vibrational match, quote unquote, to the fucking teachers that I attracted into my life. Abso-fucking-lutely. Back then, law of attraction was not the LOA today. There are some great speakers about LOA, but not in the terms of vibration and frequency and stuff like that. Yeah. Yep. I'm a big fan of no matter who the fuck you're gonna listen to, take what resonates and leave what doesn't. That's it. Some coaches mix both law of assumption with law of attraction, more rules and confusion. Listen, if they're speaking from what works for them and that's how they want to live their life, that's not my fucking problem. My problem is when the people come on here and are like, no, you have to do this or it's not going to work. The only thing you have to do is change your perspective. That's the law. That is, once you see it, you can't unsee it for what it is. I mean, greats beyond be greats that aren't Neville. There are some amazing books and teachers not as popular. Yeah, there are. The only reason I talk so much about Neville is because that's the person that most people talk about. That's the person most people know. And I'm just going to be fucking honest at this point in my journey, I don't pay attention to a lot of other teachers and I don't read a lot of books anymore because I'm on a journey of me learning about me and I don't need other people's bullshits for me to learn about myself. Every once in a while, I'll pick up books from people or whatever, but I understand that what they are teaching is their perspective. And if I want to be the most powerful manifester and the most live the best life that I can live, I cannot be reliant on anybody else. I don't care how fucking great they were, or it doesn't matter. I have to start relying completely on myself. But when it comes to reading anybody, I don't give a fuck who they are, Neville included, take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Because until you're going to trust you, you're not doing this journey right. You're looking for answers outside of you. All answers are within you. All of them. All of the answers are a choice made by you. There's nothing outside of you deciding jack shit. Unless you tell yourself that there is, and then guess what? You're going to be proven right. I agree. Yeah. It's been the biggest lesson for me by far. By far. And it was hard. Like, trusting myself was so hard, and I came from, in my personal development days, coming from people who were like, if you want to get good at something or you want to be successful at something, find someone who is successful at that and have them coach you and mentor you. I did a lot of that shit, and guess what? None of their shit ever worked for me. But it was always a reflection of my mindset. Every fucking time. With everything. Always. Always. That is the one through that I have seen through my entire fucking life. It is the only thing that understanding has changed my entire life. All of it. It was the answer I was looking for. I was thinking about this the other day. It's like, when I started on this journey, this was not where I was expecting to end up, but I found the answers I was looking for. The thing that changed that was understanding whatever I tell myself is true, that it's all me. It always has been all me. And that's it. This is all about me learning about me. Figuring out it for me. I can go to other people, whether it's in books or, YouTube videos or whatever, and I can hear their perspective, but it's up to me and using my discernment to take what resonates and leave what doesn't and apply it in a way that works for me. Because I'm not them. You're not me. Doing exactly what I say may not fucking work for you. That's why I come on here speaking from bringing everything back, bringing everything back to whatever you tell yourself is true is true. That's the law. It is like gravity. That is always fucking true. It's always been true. It will always be true. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. I look back at my entire life and go, yeah. Oh, no wonder this kind of things happened, because I had these kind of beliefs and was accepting this kind of shit as true constantly. Yeah, I was in a massive victim state, playing the victim of, oh my God, my circumstances, and nothing ever goes my way, and blah, 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 blah. And it's like, yeah, that was it was all me. It was all me. And until you are ready and at a point where you can take responsibility and accountability for that and not do it in a way that's like beating yourself up for it. By the time I really accepted that and realized it, it was like, there's nothing to be upset at. Like, I can't be mad at myself. I didn't know. If I would have known, I wouldn't have done that shit, and I wouldn't have believed that shit and I wouldn't have thought that way. When you know better, you do better. I know for a fact that I have always done the best that I could with what I had. Why? Because I would fucking hurt myself, bending over backwards, trying to fucking come up with the right solutions and make the right decisions. And that's where a lot of my stress and my anxiety came from. Oh my God, do I do this or do I do this? Do I follow this path or do I do things this way? Or unlearning and free myself from the old programming is the best thing I can do for myself. Exactly. Absolutely. I absolutely agree. And it is unlearning. And it takes dedication. I don't even want to say it takes time. It takes dedication. It takes, this is how shit is and I don't care how long it takes me to to get this to be how shit is. I'm going to keep doing it. I use this example. I just cleaned out the kitchen and I moved the cutting boards from one cabinet to another cabinet. It's been a few months and I still go to the old cabinet as my knee-jerk reaction of like, oh, the cutting boards are here. And it's like, oh, I'm now just finally starting to catch myself and be like, yeah, if you go in that cabinet, there's not going to be any fucking cutting boards. The other one. The other one. It's it's repetition, it's a decision, it's coming back to that decision regardless of everything else. It's understanding and learning and having the experience of this. I don't have to look at this to make decisions on how I'm going to view things. No more victim state. I need to remind myself who I am. Exactly. Exactly. That was a big one for me. Starting to catch myself going into bitching, whining, moaning, and complaining and being like, why? Why? Why are you doing that? There's no reason for that. I think my old self was a stepping stone to LOA. Absolutely, Gypsy Diva. I look back and go, oh, if everything wouldn't have unfolded the way that it did. Hi, Liz. Nice to see you live, Sonia. It's good to be here for at least a little bit. But I look back and go, oh yeah, it was all getting me here. The things I have experienced were the things that I needed to experience in order to get myself here. I don't know how else to put it. It's always been perfect. Like that's pretty much, it's always been perfect. Even the worst of the things that I have been through have always been perfect. And having that mentality now of like, okay, well, anything that ends up being my physical experience is like the best possible version of what I could be experiencing because it is me getting what I want, is a completely different mindset than I used to have. But I say this all the time. This is about you learning about you. I tend to play music in my head when I'm just working out day to day. Anything to help stop and think. Anything to help stop and think about things I want. Think about things I want to think about, elevate my frequency, or is it just a matter of noticing it when it happens and choosing to think something else? It's a matter of choosing in the moment. All that exists is right now. If you're worried about, oh, 27 hours from now, I may have a thought against what I want. You're creating that for yourself. You're creating that for yourself. There are plenty of people who don't use an alarm clock because they know that if they tell themselves, I'm going to wake up at 6 a.m., that they're going to wake up at 6 a.m. All that exists is now. All you need to be concerned about is right fucking now. If you are worrying about the future or ruminating in the past, that's the now that you are choosing to accept as true, and that is going to be your experience. Thank you so much, Sonia. I see what you're saying. Yay. I'm thankful what happened to me to get back to myself. Yeah, me too. Yeah. Listen, that was a journey to get to that point for sure, but I'm grateful I figured it out. Present moment only, something like playing music won't allow me to be present. If that's what you believe, then that is your experience. I don't tell people how to live their life. I don't know. Whatever you tell yourself is true is true. Whatever you are telling yourself is true right in this moment is true. You don't have to think every second, every moment of every existence that things are the way you want them to be to get what you want. That's not... You've been manifesting your entire life. Were you thinking about shit constantly, perfectly, with one affirmation 24/7, and that's how you got the shit that you're dealing with right now? No. Good twist on it. Laugh out loud. Whatever you tell yourself is true is true. It's that simple. And what you keep coming back to is what's going to be proven to you to be true. I don't monitor my thoughts 24/7 anymore. I live my fucking life. I have gone back to living my life pre-knowing about manifesting. I just do it now, knowing that when I think of shit, if I start thinking of it in a way that I don't want it to be, and I start feeling feelings of like, oh my god, this is happening or that's happening, I need to check in with what I'm telling myself. Hi. Excuse me. What do I do when I feel triggered about no movement and get in the state for searching for more LOA videos as a coping mechanism? What would you do in my place? Realize that the only reason there's no movement is because I'm telling myself there's no movement, and now I'm getting triggered because I don't believe that this is fucking real in the first place. So I would decide manifesting is real, that I believe in it, that I'm really fucking good at it, that I know everything about it and I fully fucking understand it, and I would break my habit of looking at the 3D in order to make myself feel good. If you are going to be dependent on old shit and whatever's happening outside of you to be happy, you're always going to be triggered. Until you're going to deal with your triggers, you're always going to be triggered. This is about you learning about you. Everything you want is true right now. The reason there's no movement is because that's what you're choosing to experience. You're choosing to make yourself miserable. Hi. Stop looking for movement like you stop looking for signs. Yep. Yeah. Admittedly, I won't shout out another channel unless allowed, as they are kind of large. I don't care what you, as long as you guys aren't being like fucking rude. But the cope basically comes from the uncomfortable feeling you have toward it, so you're looking for direction. It's the channel Healthy Gamer GG. I've never heard of that. Last video of the Rosie life was really amazing. I'm gonna have to check that channel out, Yara. I have never heard of that before. But whatever you tell yourself is true is true. I am gonna check it out. Whatever you tell yourself is true is true. Everyone tells you don't look at the 3D, and then you're looking at the 3D and getting triggered. So you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing, and you can't be surprised it doesn't work because you're not doing the thing that you're supposed to be doing. So for X, you feel uncomfortable at party. First instinct could be to pull out phone and distract instead of sitting with that feeling. I use my feelings as my intuition. If I don't want to be at a party, I'm going to fucking leave. Regardless of anything. I don't fucking care. If I don't want to be here, I'm not going to stay here. Since the last time I've checked in on live, I wanted to tell you that I've had a major manifestation come to pass. Yay! Sonia is totally on point. Just think the thoughts you want and it'll manifest. That is awesome, DCE. I'm so fucking proud of you. Congratulations. Congratulations. I'm so glad I got to be a part of your journey. And that all of my bullshit that I got to go through to get here is helpful to other people. I'm like, that is the biggest, like, that has made, yes, having figured it out for myself is great, but thank you. Oh, you're welcome. It's awesome that I figured it out for myself, but that I get to now share this information with other people and have people tell me shit like that is so awesome. I absolutely love hearing that you guys, that something I said made something click for you is so fun. But yay, getting major manifestations. I love it. I know when you're starting on this and you're like, yeah, right, it's just my thoughts and I can't change my thoughts and oh, but this thing happened and that thing happened. You're like, there's no way, but I promise you, once you see it, you cannot unsee it. And you're like, oh, yeah, I have been thinking like that and I have been functioning from that perspective and that has always been true for me and I've always been thinking that, so oops. Do you have any tips? Hi, Mystical Goddess. I am live. I don't usually go live this early, but I had a comment that I needed to address. You have any tips for persisting under a difficult circumstance? You realize it's a choice. What you think is a choice. You're the one deciding that you have a difficult circumstance and that you're probably not going to get what you want and that this is hard and you don't think you can do it and it's manifesting perfectly. It's a choice. Testing, manifesting, by manifesting, seeing purple cars. I'll keep you updated when it happens. Yay! You don't? Is there more to that one? And I will just say, you don't test manifesting. You prove to yourself that what you think is what you experience. Hopefully that didn't freeze me. I'm getting text messages. But yeah. Whatever you tell yourself is true is true. Oh, I mean, you don't usually go live this early. Yeah, I don't usually go live this early. I'm gonna be honest, a lot of times I'm usually asleep at this time. But that either way, I love it. Yeah, me too. Me too. I like going live. I like hanging out with you guys. It's fun. I know, but I mean, what about if the other people around you constantly affirming, confirming the opposite of what you want? Then you're the one who is allowing your 3D to dictate how you're going to think, and you're never going to get anything to change because you refuse to change you. It's not about what other people are doing. Who gives a fuck what they're doing? The problem is you. You are your only problem, and until you realize that and are going to take responsibility and accountability for you and be like, yeah, I don't accept that. Who gives a fuck what they're saying? You're allowing them to dictate your reality, giving all your power to them, and it's a perfect manifestation. The law is always working, it's always working perfectly, and the problem is always you and how you're choosing to view the world. Love that you are on this early before stock trading really helps me. Well, there you go. Maybe I need to start getting up early and doing lives in the morning. I don't know. Listen, I am at the point in my life right now where I'm not a big fan of the verbiage of this, but I'm at this like let go and let God kind of place of just I'm just gonna follow the path that's put in front of me right here in the moment. I'm waiting for the next Butch Slapper hug with you and Carrie. I'm excited to do that. I haven't talked to Carrie since we did that, so we will be doing that more, and I'll keep you posted as soon as I know what we're doing. Hey Sonia, I manifested less work and it got done, not by me either. Look at you! Look at you, Liz, and you're the one who's like, everything's always been hard work. See how quickly and easily you change that? Everything gets done. I don't have to do any work. Everything's easy for me. I love that. That's awesome. Laugh out loud, yes. It's all just catching yourself. This is my new motto. It's presence, awareness, and choice. Right now, what am I accepting as true? Do I want to keep telling myself that this is true, or do I want to choose something else? That's it. With everything, any thought that comes into my head, I can accept it or reject it and tell myself literally anything in its place. It's a good one, my new mantra. Mine too. See, and that's where as I start viewing things differently, I come share it with you guys. This is how I'm viewing it now. Yeah, I'm still learning. I'm still learning too. The difference now is I'm learning about myself. And when I do go and listen to or read other people, I view it like going shopping. And I'm gonna, steal all the good things from other people's perspectives of like, oh, I like that and I like that and I want this and I'm gonna take this and modify it to work like this. And it reminds me of this TikTok that I saw a long time ago of this girl. She's turning 16 and her parents are super rich and she gets a lot of shit from people because they're like, this can't be real. This girl's so delusional. She just you know, doesn't understand how money works, and her parents were going to buy her a Lamborghini for her 16th birthday, and then something happened. And so she was making a video about how, like, her worded, what she said was, she's like, I don't even understand, like, it's not like, she goes, what was it, what was the wording? She said, Lamborghinis aren't even that expensive. And everyone was losing their shit, like, this can't be real, she can't really think like that. And I'm like, that's my new favorite fucking affirmation. Lamborghinis aren't even that expensive. What are you talking about? I pick up shit like that and I make it part of my life. Because it's like, that's fucking awesome and I like that. Why not? Affirmations of the day. It's wonderful to have Sonia early in the mornings live. Everything is perfect to start my day. Yay! Well, there you guys go. I honestly had never really thought about going live early in the morning. I gave up on subliminals. I don't like them, and thank God I don't need them to manifest. And it drives me crazy, laugh out loud. I feel the same way pretty much about subliminals, but I also know people who, like, they manifest pretty much everything with subliminals. And it's like, cool. You gotta find what works for you. And don't listen to me then be like, I don't like subliminals and they don't work. That's not true for everyone. If you want subliminals to work, then guess what? You can get them to work. Subliminals work. They work every time. They work so fast. Is it okay if I don't like to meditate? I just don't resonate with it. If you are sitting here, this is a journey about you learning about you and doing things in a way that makes you feel good and makes you feel happy, then do you need to meditate? And why do you need my opinion on whether you should be doing that or not? Some teachers want us to meditate on our desires and etc. Were you meditating on things before you learned about manifesting in order to get them to manifest? Night affirmations, meditations are okay. We do not have to do anything exactly. There is no have to do. You need to do what's going to work for you. Yeah, no, we weren't specifically meditating to think about things. Whatever you tell yourself in this moment is true is true. Sometimes I meditate, sometimes I don't. Hi. Only if it feels good. Exactly. Like I was just saying, I very much so live in the present moment. What do I want to do right now? That's why I decided to go live right now, is because I got a comment this morning and it was in my brain. And I went to the chiropractor and got home and was like, I need to talk about this because it's just going to live in my brain until I do. If it feels bad, resistance. Exactly. Learning to trust you. If you are hearing me say something and you're like, oh, then that's not for you. Don't try to force it to be for you. You're trying to look for answers outside of you, and all the answers are coming from you. You have all of the answers. Until you're going to start listening to your own answers, you're always going to be looking for answers. I don't care if meditation works for every other human being on the planet. If you are like, it does not work for me and I don't like it and it makes me super uncomfortable, then it is not for you and you need to fucking trust that. As long as you are going to follow the sheeps, you're gonna end up going where the sheeps go. You are absolutely right. I just come on here and speak from my experience. This is a journey about you learning about you, trusting you. Until you are ready for that responsibility, it's kind of like Spider-Man. With great power comes great responsibility. Until you're ready for that, I love you so much. Thank you for giving me confidence to follow my intuition. Yay. I know. I know that it's like, oh, I'm going to trust myself and trust that I have all the fucking answers. I know. I know. But I will tell you from my experience, the more I have trusted myself and I have followed my intuition and have just stopped giving a fuck about what other people think and whatever, is it's fucking scary at first. And now I'm like, I could never go back to living the other way. It's my natural, it's just, I'm not going back to making pros and cons lists to make decisions and asking for other people's opinions on what they think. That's the only time that I'll like meditate, is I need to calm my brain the fuck down so I can get in touch with me. It's not something I do all the time, but if I'm getting like, overwhelmed or whatever, I need to bring myself back to me. Always. Learning from our experience more than others. Yes. That is where I've learned the most. Absolutely the fucking most was when I started learning about me. Do you give coaching? All of my coaching is in my YouTube videos. I don't do one-on-one coaching. And I come on here live and hang out with you guys. Any tips for persisting in your affirmations and your assumptions, your affirmations? It's a fucking choice. You choose to view things the way you want them to be, or you choose not to. When you realize that you're thinking of things in a way you don't want them to be, you either continue to think that way or you choose something different. Whatever you tell yourself in this moment is true, is true. And as long as you're going to bitch, whine, moan, and complain, you're going to get more to bitch, whine, moan, and complain about. It takes practice. You fucking decide you're going to do it and you fucking do it. Or you don't. It's a choice. Yes, following my intuition feels like I got the cheat code and it makes everything so easy. I agree. I absolutely agree. It is a cheat code. And like I said, it was so uncomfortable when I first started to trust it, but oh, it's so liberating. It's so liberating when you're like, oh, I can trust me. I have the right answer. It's so awesome. How to attain this power? You already have this power. You're the one who thinks that that you have to go looking for it and that there's something to attain and that you don't know. You choose right now that you know. I know everything there is to know about manifesting. I fully understand it. I completely believe in it. I am all powerful. I am God. I'm the operant power. Nothing is more powerful or better at manifestation than I am. It's a fucking choice. And you tell yourself that that is how shit is right now, regardless of anything else. As long as you're looking for proof that that's how shit is and that's how you're going to base your degree of your power, you're never going to be powerful, because this is this only changes when this changes. The outside is a reflection of the inside. You don't go to the mirror and try to make the mirror smile. You change you to be smiling and then the mirror reflects that back. As long as you keep telling yourself that shit is true that you don't want to be true, guess what? You're fucking right. You are always right. Are you planning on doing more bitch slap or hug lives? We are. I'm not sure what our plan for a schedule for that is, but yes. Carrie and I will be doing more of those. I'm listening to night affirmations if I have a problem to fall asleep. I actually like the sleep affirmations that are like white noise. It just makes me feel like I'm being productive if I want to, but there are plenty of nights that I don't want to, but it's all about finding what works for you. My experience is once I started to trust myself and get rid of my triggers, life my life started. Yeah. Oh yeah. When I realized that for white or pink noise relaxing, exactly. Exactly. Um Once I realized that sometimes when things happen and I'm triggered and I keep getting triggered by the same thing over and over again, and just affirming through it wasn't working for me, and that I could just take a step back and be like, why does this upset me so much? And I started to deal with my triggers and they started to not trigger me anymore. It was like, holy fuck, this is like insane. Why sometimes we get demotivated to affirm. That's a you fucking problem. I know for a fact that what I tell myself in this moment is true is true. I'm never demotivated to affirm. I don't allow myself to think shitty thoughts. If you want to think shitty thoughts and bitch, whine, moan, and complain, you cannot come to me and complain about how you have things to bitch, whine, moan, and complain about. That's the choice that you made. And now you get to experience the choice that you made. Either tell yourself that things are the way you want them to be, or bitch, whine, moan, and complain. The choice is fucking yours, and the more you do either one, you're going to be proven right because you're always fucking right. I don't understand these people who aren't motivated to affirm. It's a fucking choice. Either do it or don't, and if you don't want to do it, then don't bitch, whine, moan, and complain to me that your life doesn't change. I don't know what to fucking tell you. Is it bad to affirm pretty much all day because I think about my desires a lot? Only if you tell yourself that it is. If you're bitching, whining, moaning, and complaining about your desires and you're thinking about them in a shitty way all day long, then guess what you're going to get more of to prove you're right. In my experience, as long as when you think of what you want and you think about it in a way you want it to be, you're good. What are your thoughts on teaching people in your life about the law? What are your thoughts on doing that? My thoughts on doing that mean nothing in your reality. What I do in my life is none of your fucking business and has nothing to do with what you choose to do in your life. What are your thoughts on teaching other people about this? Obviously, I'm okay teaching other people about it because I come on YouTube and fucking talk about it all the time. Have you ever manifested the opposite of your manifestation? I'm just like making up words. It's early in the morning. Have ever the opposite of your manifestation manifest in your life? When things happen outside of me, I always assume it is my bridge of incidents. This is me getting what I want. Is that always easy? And is that always my knee jerk reaction to what's happening around me? No, but I am not going to allow myself to be like, oh my God, the opposite manifested. How dare it do that? You're the one deciding that the opposite manifested and that everything went to shit and that it doesn't work and that you're a victim and that you're not going to get what you want. And then you're going to be proven right. And then wow, this is interesting. I wasn't expecting this to be part of how I was going to get my shit. Whatever you tell yourself is true in this moment. I love that perspective. It's always a choice. What you choose to think is a choice. Does that mean that my knee jerk reaction to situations isn't like, holy shit, what the fuck is happening? And like tears and whatever? No, I have those fucking moments. But once I, you know, get my shit together again, it's like, okay, I have a choice of what I'm going to fucking tell myself. And it's not going to be that I'm a victim and that I'm not getting what I want. That's just not going to happen. Lately, I'm focusing on the feeling that the manifestation will give me safe, secure, relief, free peace. I'm doing it for the sake of feeling good. Exactly. Anymore, when I imagine or whatever, I do it because it makes me feel good. I don't affirm or visualize or whatever in order to get shit. I do it because it makes me feel good now. That's good advice when a manifestation goes wrong, Sonia. You keep denying 3D appearances and stay with the manifestation. Exactly. And let me tell you, that takes fucking practice. It takes fucking practice. It's not, and it, again, presence, awareness, choice, right fucking now. It's always about now. And for me, it's been about learning the tools and having the toolkit to live my life and deal with life as it happens. How do you feel about gurus and spiritual leaders? Take what resonates and leave what doesn't. With anybody that you listen to. Literally anybody. If you consider it bitching about being demotivated to affirm, then how do you combat that? You affirm anyway. I don't want to affirm I'm demotivated to affirm. No, I'm affirming anyway. I'm motivated to affirm. I'm always motivated to affirm. How do you have self-discipline to not think those thoughts? You realize it's a fucking choice. And you realize you see the connection between all the shit you've ever experienced and that it was always your perspective and you choose something different. It's a choice. Being disciplined is a fucking choice. Do it or don't. Do or do not. There is no try, as Yoda said. Either do it or don't. And if you just want to keep thinking your shitty thoughts and you don't want to be motivated and you're not going to fucking deal with your problems, then fucking don't deal with them. I don't know what to tell you. Be present, then you won't think about anything. That's not true. When I'm present, my brain constantly thinks. Yes, practice. We are learning how to manage our powerful selves. Exactly. Absolutely. Exactly. Is there a difference between affirming and holding inner conversation? No. It's all just thoughts. I think in words, affirmations. If I'm thinking of, like, imagining having a conversation with someone, it's inner conversation. It's all the same thing. Are you bitching, whining, moaning, and complaining in your head, or are you focused on things being beneficial to you? Affirmations and inner conversations are meant to move to your desired state. Exactly. Exactly. If you are imagining arguing with somebody in your head and how, oh my god, they're just such a pain in the ass and I can't stand being around them and however, if you're having like a fight with them in your head, you're choosing to have that experience of them right now in your imagination. Your brain doesn't know that you're not actually experiencing that right now. Oh no, you're good. There's a fly in here and I just heard it in the blinds. I'm trying to catch it for the past couple days and it's not gone well. I did it yesterday, laugh out loud. I stopped myself. It's all about presence, awareness, and choice. You can continue to bitch, whine, moan, and complain about how shit is and how it's always been, or you can choose to think whatever the fuck you want to. When you first start doing it, it's extremely uncomfortable because you're like, I can't do this. This is wrong. This is hard. This is impossible. But you fucking do it anyway. Or you just keep doing what you've been doing. Like that's your fucking choice. That's it. There's no that's it. When I found affirmations and was like, oh, it's my thoughts. I think in words. I need to change the thoughts that I'm having. I was at a point in my life where there was not a damn thing that was going to fucking stop me from thinking different thoughts. If you have not reached that point yet, I cannot help you. I do not understand this. I'm not motivated to get shit to change in my life. I can't relate to that. Yes, I'm not letting my old triggers thoughts have power over me. Exactly that, Yara. Or Yara. I don't know why I always want to put an R after the Y in your name. But yeah. You either let it all control you or you take control of it. It's that simple. It's that fucking simple. You do have that power. Like Yara. Is it Yara? Like long A or short A? Yara or give me a 1 or a 2 if I'm closer. Yara or Yara? Yara. I'm so bad at pronouncing people's names. I am so sorry, you guys. If I pronounce your name wrong, it is not. Okay. The first one. Okay. Yara. It's a pretty name. Oh, man. Yeah. Feel free to correct me if I pronounce your name wrong. I will not be offended. It's all good. But yeah, they're all I can do is speak from my experience, and some of the things you guys come to me with is so far not my experience that I don't have an opinion on it. It's like I can't even relate to that. I cannot relate to not being motivated to not affirm to like that's not a thing for me. Now, if I'm really going through it and I'm having a really, really, really bad day, even then, 99.9% of the time, I affirm. I did have a couple days recently where I just couldn't affirm, and I said, fuck it. I'm just going to feel like shit and be upset and not give a fuck about my thoughts and just let my brain do what it needs to do, and I'll get back to it when I feel better. It's literally a choice. It's choice. It's a choice that you have full control of at all times. And for me, not that I won't visualize or that I won't like affirm while I'm doing things or whatever, but for me, it's just presence and awareness and choice. It's mental diet. It's realizing that I've been doing this my whole fucking life. And now I'm just going to choose my perspective instead of allowing things, accepting my knee jerk reaction to shit. I'm affirming for the sake of feeling good and to shift my desired state, to remind myself that I'm not stuck. Exactly. That's exactly what it is. And the more you do it, the more it does feel good. At the beginning, it doesn't feel good. And you're like, ooh. Just want to add being present gives you clarity in thought. You still think, but it becomes right thinking, as if the thoughts are in perfect harmony with you. Being present is a state of being. Absolutely. Absolutely. When you are not worried about the future and focused on the past, and you're actually here in this present moment, and you pay attention to and are focused on what is happening right now, your thoughts are very different than when you're in a state of panic and fear and doubt. And unless you are in a life or death situation in this physical moment, if you're just, you know, hanging out and think, it takes practice though. It takes getting comfortable with you. If you are not comfortable with yourself, again, this is all about you learning about you. Until you're ready to do that, keep looking for answers outside of you. But remember, like, doing that is what's gotten you here. Is this where you want to be? Then maybe you need to try something different. Have you ever thought about trusting you and doing it your way, and trusting that it was, you know, good enough and the right answer for you? And if I feel lazy affirming, I rely on subliminals. Some people record themselves on Parrot app, but I don't know any Parrot apps yet. If that works for you, then fucking run with it. I'm too lazy to make subliminals and make affirmation tapes to listen to. I'm just gonna choose my thoughts. Because if you're listening to affirmation tapes and you're not changing your thoughts, and you don't believe that affirmations are gonna work, Parrot app is the Parrot app. I guess that is the name of the app. And I'm not a huge technology person. I don't like being glued to my phone all the fucking time. So I'm not gonna be like, oh, I have to have my phone with me so I can listen to my Parrot app. Like, that's not me. That's never gonna be me. I don't want that to be me. Do you like Abraham Hicks? Do you like Abraham Hicks? My take on that is not really relevant in your reality. It's all about you, what resonates with you. What resonates with me may not resonate with you, and that's okay. The name of the app is Parrot. My mind needs a break from subliminals. Laugh out loud. Yeah, I kind of got there too. The more that I'm like, I don't need techniques to manifest. It's I don't need anything outside of me to manifest. My experience has always been what I tell myself that it is. For me, gaining control of my mindset and creating that discipline within myself and choosing the perspectives and having, like I said, that like toolkit, that has given me the most peace in my life, because no matter what happens and no matter what life throws at me, I feel prepared to deal with it. I'm not going to be like, oh my God, well, do I create a visual about this, or do I create an affirmation about this, or do I need to listen to more subliminals, or I just presence, awareness, choice. I don't want to give my power away to something either, or to something else. That's exactly how I feel. Absolutely, Yara. Just like, no thank you. I don't want to be reliant on anything. I don't want to be reliant on anyone. This is where, for me, I don't want you guys reliant on me. I throw everything back at you so that you will learn to take your power back and trust you. I have people come to me who want me to like come up with subliminals for them, and I'm like, or not subliminals, affirmations. I'm like, I'm not going to tell you how to word your fucking thoughts. It's not my magical wording that's going to get shit to change in your life. It's you changing you. And the only way to figure out how to do that is you changing you. Take our power back. Absolutely. What's your favorite thing that you've manifested so far? My mental health. My mental health. My dog being able to walk. Thank you so much for the present moment stuff earlier. Oh, you're welcome. How many times do you affirm for your manifestation? Every fucking time that I think about it. And if I'm bitching, whining, moaning, and complaining, I correct myself. Presence, awareness, choice. Always. And forever. 24/7. I don't count my affirmations or count how long I've did them. I don't do that shit. Helped a lot today, keeping me in a better state. Yay! I've used some of your affirmations and they are wonderful, Sonia. Yay! Again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. People come to me wanting me to like word all these affirmations for them, and it's like, you have what you want. If you have what you want, then how would you tell me that you have what you want? You have the house, you have the car, you have the money. That is a fact in your life now. Love to keep it simple. Me too. Me too. I love affirming just for self-concept and taking care of my mental diet, like you said, and I'm feeling so good, manifesting faster. Yay! That's what's worked best for me. It's just presence, awareness, choice. When I started picking things and things would happen in my life, and I'm like, I'm gonna tell myself, I'm gonna tell myself, I'm just gonna focus on my mindset. Like, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna focus on my mindset and pay attention to what I'm thinking about things, and then things would happen, and I'm gonna be like, okay, I want this to happen. This happened, and I want this to happen going forward. And the more I practice with stuff like that, and the more I realize that for me, it's about telling myself that that's how shit is right now. Do you have any tips for starting a coaching business? You tell yourself that you have what you want. I'm a successful coach. I have a coaching business. If you're asking me how you manifest it, you tell yourself that that's what's true right now. Other than that, I'm not a fucking business coach, and I don't teach how to start a business. If I were starting a business, I would follow my intuition from the mindset of I'm already successful. It's our thoughts. We are not reading a book, laugh out loud, keep it natural. Exactly. When I first found affirmations, I thought that there was some that was also coming from my law of attraction shit. Like, you can't say these words and you can't word it this way, and your mind doesn't understand this, and this won't manifest if you say it like that. And all that's bullshit. Can you complain about having debt and how you'll never pay it? Okay, well, if you didn't have debt, what would you be telling yourself? Okay, think that instead. It's literally that simple. Okay, thanks. You're welcome. And I don't have a coaching business. So if you want, like, I come on here to speak from my experience. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. I'm happy to answer questions when I jump on here live, but I am not a fucking coach. I don't want to be a coach. I tried that. It's not for me. I don't want anybody thinking that I'm on a fucking pedestal and the only way that you'll get answers is to work for me. Any answered anything is on my fucking YouTube channel. If something comes up that it's like, oh man, I really don't think I've thought about that and that's super important, I'll jump on here like I did on this video and talk about it in a live, because like I said, my YouTube videos are filmed through August, so anything I film now isn't going to go up until September. So Yara, yes, keep it simple. That was part of my problem for so long. I was really good at making it real complicated. And it was never beneficial to me. And it just made my life a pain in the ass. And then I realized, oh, the reason my life is a pain in the ass is because I've made it that way. I've made everything really fucking complicated, and it's not. Looking forward to your book. Oh, me too. I'm going through a final read of it, and now I'm starting to look into like book covers and formatting and all that kind of fun stuff. And that was something that it hasn't even been 2 weeks since I decided I was going to write a book. I decided I was an author. Yes, I had already written the skeleton of the book probably about a year ago, not knowing that I was actually ever going to want to like truly write it as a book, following my intuition, trusting myself. Whenever I've done that, the pieces are always there or show up every fucking time. But it has been a journey about me, learning to trust myself, learning to take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Will your book be available in the form of ebook? At the moment, I'm going to get it published on Amazon. So you can get the hard copy through Amazon, through Kindle, and then I'm going to put a PDF on my Ko-Fi. And I guess there's other places that you can publish it as an ebook. I've never done this before, and like I said, I decided less than 2 weeks ago that I was going to do it, so I'm still figuring that out, but I'm going to try and make it so that everyone can get a copy of it somehow or another. Not gonna lie, I started watching videos on uploading it to the Amazon. Is it KDP? Is that what it's called? For the publishing and Kindle and stuff. And I was like, oh, like, this is overwhelming. This was a little bit more than I was going for right now. So I need to break it into baby steps, but it'll get done. I am a best-selling Amazon author. I'm a published author. Everyone loves my book. Obviously. Why wouldn't they? And like that right there is a perfect example. I have just been focused on the books published. Books published. I had no idea what I was going to name the fucking thing. I didn't sit there and bitch, whine, moan, and complain about how I would never have a title, and I didn't go looking for videos on how to title my book. And I just, when I would think about it, no, I have a title. No, the title came to me. No, I found the perfect title. And then I was emptying the dishwasher and doing the dishes, and the title just came to me. That's how this works. If you're going to choose to bitch, whine, moan, and complain, you're always going to have things to bitch, whine, moan, and complain about. That's just, you're always right, and you're always going to be proven right, and what you tell yourself is true is true. Once you see it, you can't unsee it for what it is. And once you see it, once I saw it, my only mission was to get my fucking brain under control. And I'm very grateful that that is what I have put my focus on for the past, it'll be 2 years in July. I saw you writing a book when I first came to your channel. I know talent when I see it. Oh, thank you, Liz. I've always seen myself writing a book, but when it came to actually writing a book, I didn't see myself writing a book. And then I've said this on here before, but talking about my book, but it was right. I don't even remember. I don't even remember when I wrote it, but I think it was about when I got on YouTube. I was thinking about maybe starting a blog and wrote like all these blog posts, and then just kind of left it, used that to create Manifesting 101 on TikTok and here on YouTube. And I don't know, it started calling to me of it, the next thing that you need to do is go read that book. Ugh, I don't want to. It's probably not that good. Do I really want to be an author? Like, why? And then it's like, okay, but it keeps calling to me, and it keeps calling to me, and it's not leaving me the fuck alone. So I guess my next step is to go read the damn thing. And I read like the first 2 chapters and was like, holy fuck, I need to finish this. This is what I need to be doing. Thank you for this live, Sonia. You're welcome, Yara. How to manifest being free from addiction. I unfortunately have the habit of biting my nails until they bleed. You stop telling yourself that you have a problem biting your nails. I've never had a problem biting my nails. My nails are so long and beautiful. However, but you're the one accepting that this is a problem, so it's always going to be a problem. That's how it works, Sonia. Follow the inspiration. Yep. I didn't understand what that meant for a long time because I was not starting with my mindset changing. I was, oh, I want to write a book. How do I write a book? What would I write a book about? I have to like go watch videos on how you get ideas for books and follow someone else's formula for writing a book. And it would be this like stressful, long drawn out nightmare hellscape. And then I would never end up with a book because I would give up at some point because I wanted things to change so desperately, you know? Now it's like, I want this. This is how shit is. And I am comfortable in I'm comfortable in the unknown. Way more comfortable than I used to be. Is it always comfortable in the unknown? No, but I know for a fact that it all starts with my mindset. If my mindset is not in check, then anything I try to do outside in my physical world is not going to end up going the way that I want it to. So basically, I should stop saying that I have this addiction, right? Like when I catch myself biting my nails, I do revision. You do what works for you, but you can't keep bitching, whining, moaning, and complaining about how you never stop biting your nails, and it's always been a problem, and they just bleed all the time. And if you didn't bite your nails, what kind of thoughts would you have about your nails? When you want to bite them, tell yourself that. When you do catch yourself biting them, stop them. And no, I haven't bit my nails in a long time. Oh my god, they're so beautiful and long. And or revise it. My brain doesn't work in revision. That's a pain in the ass for me. But if that works for you, then fucking do that. This is no longer a problem. So you're not going to think about how it's a problem. And if you catch yourself doing it, just like anything else, you don't beat yourself up because you thought things that you don't want to be true or whatever. You just pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and move fucking forward. I was actually talking about this with a friend last night. I remember seeing this video, I think it was on TikTok, but it was this guy talking about, I think he was specifically talking about alcohol addiction, but it may have been like any addiction. But he was standing on his front porch and he's like, I fucking cannot stand people getting caught up in teaching like I've been sober for 120 days and I've been and like counting how long you've been sober and then falling off the wagon. People who, they go a long time and then they slip up and shit goes down and then they're like, "Oh, now I'm all the way back at the front porch. I'm walking away from the front porch. I'm no longer drinking. I'm no longer drinking. I'm no longer drinking. I've made it another day. I get to take another step. I get to take another step forward." And then, "Oh, I fucked up and now I have to go back to the porch." And he's like, "No. You're still however far away from the last time you did it. You are a different person now. You're not going back to being that person. You're not going back to starting at the beginning. What are you going to choose to do right now? All that exists is right now." Thank you. You are a light. You always bring so much clarity to the situation. Yay. This is why I tell people, take your power back. Be present, be aware. And the only thing that I can do, and this is why when I was coaching, it's like, all I can do is call you on your bullshit. That's it. The rest is completely up to you. Excuse me. Thank you so much for this live. I was having a shitty day, and what you said about it's a choice to carry on. It's a choice to carry on when you struggle. We're going to think anyway, so you may as well choose the better thoughts. Exactly. And I'm glad that this live is helpful for you. But it's exactly that. It's a choice. And that does not mean that when something happens and you're going fucking through it, that you need to beat yourself up and be like, I should be choosing better thoughts. And that is you making the situation worse. Meet yourself where you are in this moment, knowing that what you're telling yourself is important and that your best is good enough. That even if I spend the rest of this week having shitty thoughts, when I feel better next week, I can get my shit under control and none of this is going to matter. It's okay. I'm gonna stop saying that shit, that I have a habit of biting my nails. I never did. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, you're welcome. I know. It's like, that's too easy. It can't be that easy, but that's all it is. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. And the more you practice it, the more you just function from that place. This is how I function now. I don't even think about oh, I need to choose my thoughts and I need to choose an affirmation. I just do it naturally. This is how my brain functions now. It's just what I do. But like I said, I've been doing this almost now for 2 years. So yeah, it was a lot different when I started compared to where I am now. The things I wish I would have known way, way sooner. It's your thoughts. You always have a choice, and what you tell yourself right now is true is true. The rest is completely up to you and what you need to do and how is best going to fit your life and your present moment. And the more you beat yourself up, that's a choice that you're choosing. The more you pile on the guilt and that you did something wrong, you're making that choice for yourself. And I know when you're not used to functioning from that place and you don't see it for what it is yet, it's like, what the fuck? But once you see it, you cannot unsee it. You can't unsee it for what it is. And then you're like, oh, fuck. I always use this example. Now that you know about manifestation, can you go back to not knowing about it? Like, truly. Have to be easy for me. I'm tired of people looking at my nails and being embarrassed. Enough is enough. I no longer want to identify with this version of myself. Exactly, love. What version? Everyone compliments me on my nails. I always get compliments on my nails. They're just so amazing. They're so amazing. I have nothing to be embarrassed about. Everyone loves me and everything about me, and my nails are no exception. And it's exactly what you said. When you hit that point where it's enough is enough, like I'm fucking sick of this, that's when you will dedicate yourself to change. And until you hit that point, there's nothing I can say to get you to that point. And that point is whenever you decide that it is. Yeah, I'm really fucking tired of this and I'm not going to do it anymore. Okay, then don't do it anymore. And you know, when you do go back to it because that is the habit that you're used to, don't beat yourself up about it. Oh, just like me talking about my cabinet in the kitchen, changing where the cutting boards are. Yes, I get mad at myself in the morning. God, the moment, oh, god damn it, the fucking cutting boards aren't there. They're over here. But the longer it's been that way, it's starting to, nope, the cutting boards are over here. And eventually, I'll just go to the new cabinet where the cutting boards are and forget that they were ever in the old cabinet, and it will be weird that they were ever in the old cabinet. Meet yourself where you are. Start treating yourself more like you would a child. Would you scream and yell at a child because they're trying to learn something and they did it wrong? I really hope not. If you would not say it to somebody else, do not say it to yourself. Do not treat yourself that way. That was a big one for me too, because I used to treat myself like garbage. And I wasn't even aware of what I was doing to myself. But like I said, once you see it, you can't unsee it. Yes, and it's uncomfortable. When I stopped criticizing myself and putting myself down and beating myself up, like it was so uncomfortable to be nice to myself and be like, no, it's okay. You didn't mess anything up. Because that was not my belief at the time. How is the book going? The book is written. The next step for me is to go through a final read final edit of it, and then I am working on like book cover formatting, that kind of shit. Figuring out how to actually put it all together and get it out there to people. I'm excited. I'm excited, and it's definitely been a it's definitely something that I've had to be present with and choose how I'm going to view things about it. But it is also a I don't know if reminder is the right word, but it's really shown me how far I have come with my own mindset and how I function in the world and how my brain works now of I'm going to do this and it's going to work out, and that's mostly my default mindset. And if I get tripped up, it's like, yeah, no, that's stupid. I'm not going to keep thinking that. It takes practice though. It was not easy in the beginning, but I kept doing it anyway to the best of my ability. I'm excited too. I can't wait to buy it. I gotta say bye for now. Love to all. Love you too, Liz. See you soon. I'm probably gonna get off of here too. Is the book like about your journey into manifestation, or is it like 101 how to manifest? It's more 101 how to manifest. I mean, I talk about my own experience, obviously, because that's all I can really speak from. It's kind of going through all of the terms that are most popularly used in this community and giving my perspective on them. There's a lot of this is my perspective, this is my experience kind of shit. Bye, Yara. It's great hanging out with you guys. If you have any last questions, let me know real quick, and then I'm going to get off of here. And I don't even know what today is going to hold because I wasn't planning on going live or being on here for 112 minutes. But that's just my life now. Just letting it unfold. And trust me, I did not used to be this person that could be comfortable living like this. I have a question about how you changed your mindset about money. Same way you change your mindset about anything else. Presence, awareness, choice. Realizing that everything you think about money is a story, is a belief system, is something that you were taught by somebody else, and you can accept it or reject it to be anything that you want it to be. And as you start to be clear on what you want your relationship with money to be, and you start telling yourself that that's how it is, you're going to start finding other people who hold that belief system, just like everything else. And your thoughts about money will change as you are ready to change them. Money is still a journey that I'm fucking on changing, honestly. I don't want to affirm that, but money mindset is what I've been most difficulty expressing because I can't affirm that I have money. Because I can't affirm that I have money, but in the 3D, I don't. Yeah, you can affirm that you have money. It's changing the money mindset, like choosing to be Delulu. It's not delusional to tell yourself what you want to be true right now. If you truly understand how shit works, what you tell yourself right now is true is true. The reason you don't have money and you will never have money is because you tell yourself that you can't have it. It's a perfect manifestation. So if you want a different experience, you have to choose something different now and not rely on your 3D to prove to you that you're going to have money. And until you prove to yourself that that's how it fucking works, you're going to continue to be broke. And it's a perfect manifestation. It's not delusional, it's a fucking choice. And yes, you can tell yourself you have money now. Is it going to be uncomfortable? Fuck yes, it is. But the more you do it and the more you see it work, just like anything else, you're going to realize everything is a manifestation. Money is not the fucking exception. You have made it the exception. I can't tell myself I have money. Yes, you fucking can. You're choosing to focus on how you don't have money, and then you're shocked that you don't have money. Whose fault is that? Yours. That's the choice you're making. It's a perfect manifestation. The little genie, God, creator in your head always says yes to you. Always. You want to be broke? Okay. Here you go. You can never have money? You're right, you can't. It's not sitting there going, oh shit, I don't know if you would want that. You probably don't actually want that. It doesn't have the power to do that. That's your job. I think this just clicked for me now. I get it. The money shit has been one of the hardest topics for me. Legitimately. My money situation, my money mindset was fucking bad. Real bad. And it has taken me a long time to get that shit under control. But it's just like anything else. All manifestation is exactly the same. Whatever you tell yourself right now is true, including with money. I keep thinking that I don't have money. I keep manifesting that I don't have money. Yep, exactly. Your entire mindset manifests. Whatever you accept is true is true. If you're focused on how you don't have money and your bills aren't going to get paid and blah, 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 you're going to be proven right. If you decide, no, I have that money, it's going to show up, it will. But you cannot be fucking bitching, whining, moaning, and complaining about money anymore. Oh my God, I think it clicked for me now. Think about other things that you have manifested. Think about how they were before you changed your mindset versus after. All manifestation is exactly the same. Whatever you tell yourself is true is true. The more you see it, you cannot unsee it. If you need to look at what are you telling yourself right now on this topic and then think of what you are experiencing, you'll see the fucking connection. You can either do it from looking at shit you know you have successfully manifested, or take a look at what you are presently telling yourself versus what you are experiencing. If you're constantly telling yourself you don't have money and then you look outside of you and go, oh shit, I don't have money, it's a perfect manifestation. And the way you're manifesting that, you can manifest anything else. Hi. That's why all these months I've been having trouble with money, because I keep saying I don't have money. Look at you, you're a master manifester. Do you have any tips on manifesting them fast? Do you believe that we can manifest them in a few days? That's all dependent on your belief system and has nothing to do with me. What you want is true right now. The less you bitch, whine, moan, and complain, and the more you focus on that you have what you want right now, the faster things shift in my experience. The more you're focused on that it's not shifting and how long is this going to take, you're not focused on having it, and the reason it's going to take forever is because of you. You have what you want right now. When you want to bitch about how you don't have it right now, you know I have it right now. I have it right now. It's true right now. That's my life right now. All that exists is right now. What you tell yourself right now is true is true. Sonny, I'm shocked and relieved now. At least now I know that I was doing it wrong. But it was working perfectly. right? This is why I realized this recently, and I keep telling people this. The law is always working. The law is always working perfectly, and the problem is always me. And that's the perfect example. Oh shit. I have been focused on that I don't have any money, and it was working perfectly. The problem was my mindset. Literally, you just made me realize that it hasn't happened yet because I keep telling myself, how long is this going to take? Yep, it's a perfect manifestation. I don't have it. It's going to take forever. You're right. Congratulations. Oh, hi, Sonia, alive. Just as my classes just ended. What a miracle. I am actually just about to get off of here. I've been on here for, what is it, 2 hours? I've been on here for 2 hours. I wasn't expecting that. I had a comment that I wanted to respond to, and now it's 2 hours later. And I'm hungry because I haven't eaten breakfast yet. So, taking some last questions, and then I'm going to jump off of here. So, oh my god, I just listened to subliminals for money and I kept waiting to manifest. I didn't think I had to think right now that I have the money. It clicked. Oh my god. Yeah. Oh, my bad. Oh, no, you're good. If you got anything you want to talk about, Victory, let me know and I'll hang out for a little bit. Just a little bit longer. Yeah, that's my thing with subliminals. Is if you're gonna listen to subliminals and still bitch, whine, moan, and complain, unless you truly, truly have the full belief, the true belief of I just listen to subliminals and my shit happens regardless of everything else. Get some breakfast. I will get some breakfast. I will. I will, but I'm okay hanging out for like 5 more minutes or so. And then I will get some breakfast. That is my next adventure. Food. Subliminals and scripting too. After I did it, I was hoping, waiting to manifest. Yep. Oh yeah. You were focused on the techniques. I do this and then I get this. I did it. Where is it? Why hasn't it happened? Have you changed you? Are you thinking as if the person who has the money? Hi, Moons. It's been a minute. I'm amazing. How are you doing? Long time no see. It has been. Subliminals and affirmation tapes, my favorite thing in manifestation community. See, and some people love it. Congratulations on your book. Oh, thank you. Gonna be the first to buy it. Yay! I'm so excited about it. I'm just truly shocked. Ha ha ha. See? What did I say? Once you see it, you can't unsee it. Can you unsee what you just fucking saw? What you see now? No, you can't. But the key is when you start to apply it and you find yourself just not, if it doesn't just click and it doesn't, your brain doesn't just go there automatically, just bring yourself back. It's okay. Been busy? Me too. I've been busy. There's been all kinds of shit going on. All kinds of shit. But it's been great overall for me too. For me too. It's not a bad thing that there's a lot going on and it's cool. All right, guys, if you have anything like truly last call for things to talk about, I am going to jump off of here. I will keep you guys updated on the book. Carrie and I will most likely be going live this week again at some point to do another Do you want a bitch slap or a hug at some point? Wait, I need to look up about the book now. Yes, I'm writing a book. I made this decision less than 2 weeks ago. It's written. I'm going through like the final read through of it, and I'm figuring out how to get a cover and format it and all that good stuff so I can put it out on Amazon. So if you want a hard copy through Amazon, through Kindle, and then I'm also going to have the ebook, like the PDF version of it on my Ko-Fi. Where else I'm going to put it, I don't know. Any subliminal channel suggestions? Like I said, I don't really use subliminals, but if you want to check out Mystical Goddess, she does affirmations and subliminals. Have a great day, Sonia. You too, Moons. You're gonna be making bank. What's so funny is that's the furthest thing from my mind. It's just I need to write this book. This information needs to get out there in this kind of way, and it's really cool. So in short, I have to accept right now, even in the 3AD, I don't have it, that I have money, so that in the future I will have money. Right. Yes. Exactly. You have the money right now. It's in your bank account. Do you have to go spend it like it's in your bank account? No, but you cannot be thinking about, oh, that bill's not going to get paid. Where's the money going to come from? I don't make enough money to pay it. No, I make so much money. I have the money. Money's not a problem. I really like Carrie's go-to money affirmation. There's always more money. Nope, there's always more money. There's always more money. There's always more money. There's always more money. I always have the money. The bills always get paid. Everything's always taken care of. I know, Sonia, it's a win-win. It is a win-win. So I'm really excited. Super fun. What was your first conscious manifestation? I don't even know at this point, because I had this weird long journey with law of attraction and law of assumption, and the first thing I did, knowing that I did it with affirmations and affirmations alone, was manifest a job on a time crunch. I ended up manifesting, going back to my money situation. I'm like, I need a job and I need it right fucking now. And I manifested a job that week, ended up getting a different interview, and was like, I kind of want that job more. Quit the other job that I had and was in the bank, and got the job that I wasn't really qualified for. I was the least qualified person that they were interviewing, and I was like, no, this is my job. They're gonna hire me, and they did. You are welcome, love. Hi, finally caught one of your lives. You did. This is the tail end of it. I am gonna get off of here soon because I gotta get off of here. I'm gonna put some notifications about the live. Are you going to put some notifications about the live this weekend? Please, I'm in Europe. It's 5 p.m. right now. I don't have any lives planned for the weekend. I don't have any I don't have any lives that are planned. I don't plan when I'm going live anymore. I just kind of come on here when I feel like coming on here. But apparently you guys like me coming on here early in the morning, so now I know. Exactly, do when you feel like it. I agree. Yeah, I may go back to scheduling some. Yeah. It's been so unexpected to be like, I'm not going to coach anymore and I'm going to write a book. That everything else is just kind of take it moment by moment, because otherwise I'm going to be like losing my shit. Because the stuff that I speak on, this is how I live my life. The stuff I speak on is from my experience. Just come on when you want, and the people meant to see the live will catch it. Laugh out loud. I agree. Too much pressure otherwise, yeah. And it's funny, when back in like November, December, I wanted to schedule lives. And I think part of that was, one, it felt good, but two, it where my channel was at that point, I did lives where nobody got on my lives. So I was like, well, if I schedule them, then people will know that I'm live. Now, I'm pretty sure I could go live whenever and people will find me. But that's also, I know, a shift in my consciousness, in my awareness, in my thought process. I am not the same person I was in November. Facts. Yep. And I am so grateful for all of you guys. I'm now over 1,500 people. Is absolutely nuts. My year anniversary is June 1st from when I started on YouTube, and to be here is just fucking amazing. Everything is a manifestation. Me too. I'm completely different. Yep. Oh yeah. There are times when I can't catch your live streams, but I always rewatch it. Yep. And if you guys can't catch me live, I do post them. I post them afterward. I think it used to be I had to make it live, and now YouTube just posts it afterward. So to the point, I love my own presence. Yes, I've become so detached from people, Sonia. Listen, I've never been a huge people person. I've never really liked people, but been affirming a little too much on self-love. Hey, as long as it works for you, it works for you, right? That's kind of my take, is as long as I'm happy, I don't really care. But it's also funny that even though I don't spend a lot of time with people, I have manifested a lot of amazing people into my life that I do like spending time with. Now, most of them they're not local, but I don't care. I would much rather meet the right people and talk on the phone with them or FaceTime or whatever than hanging out with people all the time. Works like crazy. It's been heavenly. Oh yeah, for sure. Not much of a people person either. I like having a few people in my life. Laugh out loud. Yeah. I've never been the person that's like social butterfly. That's never been me. Feel like a magical princess, and I get so much attention to the point I suspect my brother's friend likes me. Of course he does. Of course your brother's friend likes you. Everyone loves you. You're everyone's favorite. I'm also preferring affirming for self-love and self-concept. I feel more complete than affirming for someone else. See? Again, finding what works for you and deciding that it's going to work. He has a girlfriend, Sonia, not appropriate. I have the ick. Okay, hey. Then he doesn't like you. He only wants to be with his girlfriend. He doesn't want to be with me. I just caught him off guard with my beauty, but then he's like, "Yeah, no, I'm good." That one's not for me. I will definitely affirm that. Thanks for the idea. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. I know for me, it's like sometimes I'm just too close to my own shit. And it's like you say it to someone else and they're like, or you could not think that. And it's like, oh yeah, I don't have to think that, do I? Everyone can still, love me and be everyone's favorite, but that guy loves his girlfriend. That he doesn't need me. He doesn't want me. I don't want him, and we're happy to we're good. That's true. Do you want a relationship with all the guys? Like no judgment if you do what you want, but hell no. Yeah. Like I want a relationship with that one guy. Like that's it. And if you're not that one guy, then you still think I'm amazing, but you live alone. My dream is to live alone. It must be so peaceful. I don't live alone, and I don't think I could live alone. But I have to live with the right people. I I don't think I could live alone. Sunny every day is a great day because I said so, but my dreams are old self of me sometimes, and it takes me 30 minutes in the AM to get into the state. Is this shedding or purging of my old self? Thank you. It's whatever the fuck you tell yourself that it is. If you're like, oh my god, my dreams are the end all be all of what I'm going to experience, then you're fucking right. And if it's a purge, then you're right. And if it's me shedding old shit because I can't just shift into my new reality, then you're fucking right. Whatever you tell yourself is true is true. If the 30 minutes it takes you to catch yourself and affirm and get your shit together is going to keep you from what you want, then you're fucking right. I live alone, Sonia. It's amazing. I go back and forth. It's like, would I want to move out and be alone? And I'm like, not really. But my sis comes over a lot of the time. Yeah. See, it all comes down to the people that you have around you. I'm very like I don't if you're not the right kind of people, then you can go. So basically I live alone half the time. See, there you go. My SP says he's now in love with this other person and that he doesn't want to be with me. It feels so hopeless. Is it even possible or a morally correct thing to do? Kindly help me out. I think I've already answered this for you. Maybe it was a different person, but you are creating everything. You're the one who's deciding that it probably is wrong and that it probably can't be done. Like this is all you. That what I believe is not none of your business. What do you believe? Is it wrong to do this? Yes or no? Is it possible to do it? Yes or no? Do you want to do this? Yes or no? Does it matter what the 3D showed you? Yes or no? Until you realize that whatever you decide is true and will be your experience, I cannot fucking help you. Either you can ignore the 3D and tell yourself what you want to be true, regardless of everything else, or you don't. If you want it to be possible, but you don't currently think it's possible, then start telling yourself it's possible. I don't know what you want from me on that. But it can be a wonderful experience. Yeah. At this point on my journey, I am just like, whatever happens, happens. Been having a tough time comparing myself to others in my course, but then I heard your voice in my head saying it's a good thing, that it's all part of the unfolding, and I just need to decide what's true. Exactly. It's all about presence, awareness, and choice. It's all you. It's all you and what you choose to tell yourself right now. You have to remember, when you are manifesting, you are not doing anything to anyone else. You're changing how you view the world. When I watched your video for the first time, I thought you were so straight to the point, no sugarcoating, and then I fell in love with your videos. They always wake me up from a victim mindset and make me stop wavering. Yay! There's nothing to compare. Compare others are just forms of you. My personal opinion. I agree. And comparison doesn't exist and circumstances don't matter. Exactly. To me, catching myself comparing, somebody asked me on the live I just did the other day, what about jealousy? It's like, you're the one who's just assuming that there's something to be jealous about. Something is better than you. And it's like, what the fuck is better than you in your own reality? Everything's perfect. Everybody gets what they want. Everyone's happy. Like, we can all have what we want. You being like, I want this, means that everyone else involved gets to be happy too. Facts, everything is you in your reality. Laugh out loud. Exactly. Thank you. You're welcome. We don't say you're the operant power for no reason. Exactly. 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 And it's not, I've had some people be like, "Oh, I thought some of the things you were saying were a metaphor." And I'm like, "No, I'm literally, you're the only one who has an opinion in your own head. So you can think about things however the fuck you want to. And then once you start thinking of things how you want to, you can't unsee what happens next." We don't know how it fully works, but we know it works. Exactly. That was another thing for me, that I had to stop trying to be like, well, I have to know exactly how it works. I can only trust that it works if I know how it's working, and nobody really knows. The way that I realized, like, no, this is definitely how shit works, was by applying the shit I was learning and seeing it work for myself and going, oh, yeah, no. That's how this works. That's how this has always worked. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. There's no going back. I can't unsee the shit that I've seen and that I've experienced. There's no, that's not, there's no way for that to happen. All right, you guys, I am going to get off of here. I need to go eat breakfast because I am hungry, and it has been super fun hanging out with you. It's good to know that you guys like me coming on here early. So now I know if I want to come on here early, that people want to come hang out with me. As always, thank you so much for watching. I will see you very soon. I'm more excited to not know how it is going to work. Exactly. Yeah, that I never thought that I could enjoy that, but you start to enjoy it. You start to be okay with the unknown in a way that you're just like, oh, well, that's cool. Doesn't matter as long as we get what we want. Exactly. Bye, Sonia. Enjoy your breakfast. Bye, Moons. I hope to see you soon. Have a nice breakfast. I just had dinner. Well, I hope you enjoyed your dinner. I'm going to go have an amazing breakfast. And yeah, I will keep you guys updated on the book, and I will see you very soon. Also, this timing is perfect if you decide to do more lives at this time. Well, there you go. Early morning. People want me to be on here early in the morning. That is good to know. Bye, Gypsy Diva. I also know it works because I've already manifested a lot of negative things that I kept thinking over and over. But if I can manifest negative, I can manifest positive too. Exactly that. Exactly that. The way that you manifested all that, now do it the opposite way. Thank you. You're welcome. Hi. Sonia, you're doing great. Oh, thank you. I just come on here and be myself, and I'm so grateful for all of you guys. Thank you guys so much for your love and support. We love you. I love you guys too. Thank you so much for watching.